It's MLS season, baby. That means that this channel is going to be more focused now on MLS-related content. Obviously, we will still be posting some US17 content as well, like roster reaction or just game reviews or previews on the channel as well whenever that stuff comes around. But for right now, during the season of MLS, we'll be mostly now focusing on MLS-type videos. Like today, a fun little MLS video. We'll be doing MLS live streams on the weekends whenever there's a really big game to watch. I would love if you guys want to do that. If you do want some MLS live streams, let me know down below because I've been dying to do some more live streams with you guys. And of course, just like more fun MLS videos, just whenever I think of them and whenever we have time to record. So be sure you subscribe if you guys love MLS. This is one of the hubs to watch some MLS related type videos. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification as well. And that's that. I'm excited for it. Be sure you guys, I'm going to be trying to do some more, Instagram live stream, like live hangouts. As long as you guys are following me, come in and hang out. I would love to do that with you guys. And of course, on Twitter, I will be live tweeting big MLS moments, big MLS reactions or controversies, whatever it is this season, I will be posting it. But back to this video. Today, we're going to talk about the original MLS 1996 team, like the whole lineup. What happened to them, or really, where are they now? Back a couple days ago, MLS released this whole retro collection about all these teams and how like their logos used to look and their kits used to look. And my first thought was, damn, I wish the Union wasn't a original team, so I can have some retro Union clothing. But I'm just gonna have to suffer like some more of us MLS fans out there. But that got me thinking, what the heck happened to all these teams? Like, how do they look like now? Like, what kind of rebrands they went through? And I just figured, you know what, make it a video. So without further ado, let's get to it. Yeah, what happened to the original MLS teams? Or like I said, where are they now? How do they look like now? How do the brands look? This is what it's going to be like. So be sure you guys are watching all the way, and be sure you guys hit that like button as well to keep going. So let's just get started. The first one, let's do the easy one out of the way, the most simple one, Tampa Bay Immunity. I think coolest logo, hands down, in this whole pile of teams right here. And also coolest logo, probably one of the coolest logos actually of all time in MLS history. They were founded in 1994. They won the first ever Supporters Shield in MLS history. They played in Tampa Bay Stadium from 96 to 98, and then moved to the Raymond Stadium in 99 all the way to 2001. And then unfortunately, they folded in 2002, and that is where the story ends for Tampa Bay Immunity. They did have another Florida team back then, but that kind of folded as well around this time. They're not really around right now. I guess you can go and match it up with Tampa Bay Rowdies and USL. I'm not sure if they're kind of related or kind of the same team, same roots, but that's the closest you can get to another Tampa Bay team, and I would love to see Tampa Bay Rowdies in MLS, by the way. So next one is, of course, the DC United, one of the heavyweights of MLS history. They're one of the most successful teams, one of the most dominant teams for a couple years. They were founded in 1994. They won the first ever MLS Cup trophy in history. So Tampa Bay won the first Supporters Shield. DC United won the first MLS Cup. That's awesome to know about. Played in RFK Stadium. They kept the same name, but they actually rebranded their logo 2 times. This is the first rebrand they had a couple years ago, many years ago now. That was the logo that I saw when I first came into MLS, when I first got into MLS. And then most recently, a couple years ago, was this one here, which I think is the better one. A lot more sleeker. I'm not sure if you DC fans like it out there. If you do, definitely let me know in the comment section. Next up, we've got, of course, one of the biggest names back then was the MetroStars, at least to me, because MetroStars was the first MLS game I ever went to as a young boy with my family. And back in like Giant Stadium, the old retro Giant Stadium. They were founded in 1994. The original name was actually Empire Soccer Club. They didn't really have much success, though, until they rebranded to the Red Bulls. That rebrand happened in 2006. And they rebranded their logo twice. I've had founded in 1994 twice in here like a freaking noob. So this was their first rebrand here. I like this. This is the one that I used to have like jerseys of when I was younger. And then this is the most common one, obviously, the cliche freaking Red Bull stuff. One of the many Red Bull teams around the world. And I'm not a big fan of this team anymore, or this logo, to be exact. So moving on now to Colorado Rapids, a team that I can never pronounce. Colorado Rapids. Look at this logo. I like it. It explains like it's Colorado. It's freaking water over there and there's mountains. Like, that's just the Rapids, come on. It makes sense. Founded in 1995 as Colorado Rapids, had the lowest attendance in MLS in the first season. That's kind of embarrassing. It's still kind of like that to this day. Kept the same name, but changed the logo twice. Once in 2001, like this, which I never knew about until I researched this video. And then the second rebrand was the one we all know and love today. This one here, which I still like. I think it looks cool, little diamond formation there. I like the mountains in the logo still, so I'm glad that they kept that going. I'm definitely a fan of this new one here. Next up, we have, of course, the MLS Cup champions, currently Columbus Crew. This was the original logo. They were founded in 1994 as Columbus Crew. They played at MAPFRE Stadium since 1996, and that was the first ever soccer-specific stadium in MLS history, which is crazy to think about. They were still playing there. I think they recently are moving to a new stadium, I think last year or this coming season. So that's crazy to think about. They've been in that stadium since the beginning of time for them. They kept the same name, but changed their logo in 2014. They actually had this logo for a long time, since 96, guys. Or 94, I guess, since that's when they were founded. But I never liked this original logo. When I used to play FIFA back in the day, I was like, what is this weird-ass logo? Like, there's three guys here. Like, I know they have their own little meaning behind it, but to me, as an outsider, someone who's not from Columbus or Ohio or whatever, that was kind of an odd logo looking at me. But I did like this new rebranded logo. I think I did have a reaction video to it a couple years ago. Maybe I didn't. That was 2014. But I definitely like this logo a lot better. So now on to New England Revolution. And they basically founded in 1994 and never changed their logo, never changed their name. They just kind of stayed the same forever. And that kind of puts it in perspective, like, wow, like, or puts it in perspective, sorry. Yeah, like they had this logo and they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, that looks good enough forever. I mean, I know there are some cool concept logos for New England Revolution if they ever want to do a rebrand. But I guess their logo now is new and retro. So that's kind of cool to think about. Next up, we have Dallas Burn. And that is an unusual logo, actually. Freaking horse on fire or spitting fire. They were founded in 1995. They rebranded their logo in 2004. And rebranded their name in 2005. And this is the most common FC Dallas that we know of today. They went from Dallas Burn to FC Dallas, and then, of course, changed their logo. And I like this logo a lot better. They got that ox or bull there right in front, that little fire in the middle of their head there to give homage to Dallas Burn. And if there's not a little fire emblem there, then I sound like a freak. Next up, we've got, of course, LA Galaxy, one of the most successful teams in MLS history. This was their original logo here. And they were founded in 1994, and they had the largest attendance in the first MLS season. Colorado had the least. LA Galaxy had the most. Makes sense because LA is one of the biggest cities in America. And they rebranded their logo only once they signed David Beckham in 2007. So they went from this to this logo that we know and love today. I think they're both kind of on par. I think they're both kind of, I like them both equally the same. There's nothing that really stands out for either logo for me. I didn't know that they rebranded because of David Beckham. I just thought they rebranded because they just wanted to rebrand. But that was good to know once I researched this topic. That was actually cool little info there for us. Next up, we got another California team, San Jose Clash. This is another unusual looking logo, but definitely retro. I would definitely wear a freaking shirt or a jersey with this freaking scorpion on it. I think it looks awesome. It's retro. It's cool. It's sleek. It looks like a freaking video game. They were founded in 1994. They rebranded to San Jose Earthquakes in 2000 and then rebranded their logo again in 2014. I think they had two logo rebrands since this scorpion one. This was the first one, the San Jose Earthquakes. This is the one that I was familiar with the most. And then the most recent one in 2014 was right here when they were just now with the Quakes, San Jose. I like this one too. Nothing too special, nothing too ugly about it. I like it. Kansas City Wiz is up next here. They were known as the Kansas City Wiz, obviously, like I just said. They were founded in 1995. They changed their logo 3 times. I think they have the most rebrands in MLS history, and they changed their name 2 times. So this was the first rebrand they had here. Literally a year after the first inaugural season for MLS, they just had the Wizards instead of just the Wiz. After that, it fell off. They had the Kansas City Wizards, just a little more sleeker and a little cleaner. I thought that was kind of ugly. And then recently they had this one, and the most recent one, I think in 2014, this Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City. Not too big on the name Sporting Kansas City. I would have liked it to have Kansas City Wizards instead of the word sporting there. I would have kept the Wizards apart. I think it's just, it's interesting. It's different, but they want to do that European kind of name. So that's what happens with all those 1996 original MLS teams. Most of them kind of rebranded. Most of them really changed or rebranded completely in terms of the names and just the logo in general. And then, of course, Immunity, the only team that kind of just fell off and never was heard from again. But let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite retro 1996 MLS logo? And do you guys also wish that your team was an original team so you guys could wear that retro merch? Let me know down below. As always, be sure to subscribe because MLS content's coming to this channel all season long. So be sure to subscribe. See you later. Peace.